I don't know what that is. I mean,
who cover events, report information. Just curious, I'm happy to talk to you regardless. So questions if you have.
I'm just one of the guys that understands what Thomas Jefferson said when he said, educate and inform the mass, for they are our only hope for the preservation of our liberty. So I just like to disperse knowledge. I like to gain knowledge. So that's just my purpose. I'm not really what you would say a Wall Street media outlet, because I believe bankers control Wall Street. Well, I don't believe it, I know it. So what's the deal? Now I did watch a video where Alex Jones was speaking with somebody from there.
That was me.
Huh?
It was me.
Oh, okay.
I spoke to him yesterday afternoon.
Yeah. You were saying that you would have liked notice.
Yeah, here, as on any military installation in America and overseas, that the United States has, we have security protocols, and they're designed to protect the installation, but more importantly, they're designed to protect the people who live and work here.
Yeah.
And we don't deny people access, but we just ask that they follow the procedures, and that entails, if in the case of the media, we ask that they contact my office, and then we can gain them the clearance, and then we meet them, and we take them to wherever they want to go.
Yeah.
And we're happy to show them anything they want and answer questions.
Right.
So long as it doesn't
So what
violate
is
security.
okay?
Now, these two gentlemen who came here yesterday did so unannounced,
Right.
and under false pretenses.
What was the false
So
pretense?
that's why they were. Well, they they didn't inform us that they were from the press, and they also.
Well, I mean, but sir, your definition of press may be different than ours. I mean, we're exercising our rights and our freedoms that our forefathers gave us, and you guys are operating under Uniform Commercial Code, which is the law of commerce and bankruptcy through the Social Security card. So you guys have a whole different set of laws than the free people of the United States.
We follow federal law, just
yeah, I know. Well, yeah. Well, United States is a corporation, so it's different than you. People don't realize this, but there's two of us, like me. There's two of me. There's the flesh and blood me, and then there's the legal fiction me, which is on my Social Security card, and there's also a legal fiction United States, which is operating in bankruptcy in control of the international bankers, and that's the bankruptcy that America is operating in, and bankrupted people have a hard time understanding this. So it's possible our definition of press may be different. You guys may have a different definition of what it is through the legal language. Does that make sense? I know this is hard for people to digest.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Okay. I think what they wanted to do is they wanted to ask you questions regarding that installation there, that institution, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you call it, but what's going? Yeah. So what's the deal there? I mean, it seems to be under a lot of secrecy.
No, there's no secrecy there.
No?
It's an open facility that's available to any military unit in the Department of Defense. It's a training area. It trains to prepare soldiers for when they go overseas, if they have to operate in an urban environment, and it gives them real live facilities where they can practice their skills before they deploy overseas.
Okay.
And that's its intent. It's there to teach and to train.
Yeah, well, so you guys really saw them as a threat?
No, we didn't see them as a threat.
Oh, okay. So why did you detain them or whatever you did? I don't know what you did.
Well, because they didn't follow protocols.
I mean, well, protocol as founded by our forefathers is freedom. I mean, if
well, let me ask you this, sir. also said that the American people have a right to be safe and secure in their own homes, and it also created the military to protect the people, and that's what we do here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
we're
know.
also required to protect the people who live and work here, and that's been true for as long as there's been a military.
Yeah.
And
well, I
I'm
understand.
sorry.
I understand your extreme view of going to the direction of taking care of us. You know, Thomas Jefferson, who understood the Constitution, said, "I see future happiness for Americans if they can keep the government from taking care of them, and I see future happiness for Americans if they can keep the government from wasting the labors of the people in the pretense of taking care of them." And you know, Benjamin Franklin said, "I would think that a hard government would tax our people 10%. I mean, you start combining all of these landmarks that our forefathers set for us, which is Proverbs 22:28, you know, wisdom, then you start realizing that our government is way out of bounds. And you guys think you can take care of us, but in all actuality, government is established not to take care of us, but to protect our liberties, which you guys are taking away. The government is taking our liberties away. You're taking our freedoms away in the pretense of taking care of us. And that's one of the things that people in government don't understand, because they're simply, your government ran out of gold to fund yourselves, and now you've hired a goldsmith called the Federal Reserve to make your gold into a god, which is fiat paper money, unfunded paper money, which George Washington said that if we would ever stumble again upon unfunded paper money or any species of fraud, it will enter the body of politics as liquor enters the body. And that's what's happening is most of our government is simply following orders, and they know nothing about the law. So their mind is clouded. All they want to do is get a paycheck, feed their family through this fiat paper currency, rather than understanding the law. The law is that government is here for us, not us here for the government. And I think that's what you guys are failing to understand. And I believe that...
Why do you think that, sir?
Well, first of all, you know, America ended in bankruptcy, first of all. So bankrupted people are not only bankrupt in their mind, but they're also physically bankrupt. So this happened in 1933. Now we're under the control of the Federal Reserve, which pays the government their checks. So everybody in government, they know nothing about the founding of our country. They know nothing about gold and silver as money. Our schools didn't teach us that. My school never taught me that Thomas Jefferson was against the central bank. You know, they never told me that Thomas Jefferson said the central bank is an institution of the most deadly hostility existing against the forms and principles of our Constitution. If the American people ever allow a private bank to issue our currency, our children will wake up homeless on the continent our fathers conquered. He also said, the challenge is today, as it has been throughout history, whether we will be allowed to govern ourselves or be ruled by